Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I decided to make a new series today. It's for every 50 subscribers I'll build one building. The members in my Discord community were the ones who decide on how many subscribers per building. So if you want to participate in votes and decide on new videos I'll make, join the Discord in the description. Now let's get on to the building. We first start off with this nice plain biome, and I then flatten out the land. I then start building a road, which ended up being the road where I put all my buildings for this episode. The first building, I wasn't really basing off anything. I just wanted to make it look like a brick building, and I decided it would look nicer if I made the windows slightly stick out. You could also clearly see that I was a bit confused when building this. My friend was also building a building on the other side of the road, which would be changed later in this video. After I was done with that brick building, I wasn't really satisfied with how it turned out, but I did end up changing it because I forgot. The next building I was also just free building. I was really happy with how this one turned out. I ended up making it a bar, and to add some texture to make the walls look older, I used multiple types of white blocks. This building, I was inspired by the many modern buildings that all look the same that I've been seeing recently across many cities I've been to. And yeah, that's really all I say about it. It's just a generic modern building. I was thinking of making two balconies, like one on one side, one on the other, but I decided that the apartments wouldn't have enough space, so I ended up not doing that. There's also not much to say about the interior, but I was still happy with how it turned out. For this next building, I decided that we should have a parking garage, and I decided to build it off of my experience in a parking garage. In the end, I was happy with how it turned out, but it did take me a while. I wanted it so the cars could go both up and down at the same time in two lanes, but at first I ended up making it too small for the lane to fit, so I ended up using World Edit to make the building wider and fitting a wider lane. After that, I made some ticket machines which I really liked, and I also added some banners to make it look like a sign to show you where the parking was. Next building, I decided to base this off another building I found on Google Earth. It was a really long building, but I decided not to build the whole building because I thought it would take up too much space. During this, I also disconnected a lot, so it was very annoying to build. The first store, I put a storage place full of crafting tables because you need a place to store something somewhere. After that, I put a little office and a cleaning room. Well, like a cleaner's. After those buildings, I decided to build a house. I made it based off of some black building I found in Google Earth. I made it relatively different from how the Google Earth building looked, but I wanted to make it look similar. So I put the same color and 2 floors as the Google Earth one showed. After I built the first building, I decided to make a duplicate one but in blue and mirrored, just so it looked like the house was right in place with the rest of the world. During that, we also ended up changing my friend's building and making it look like a factory instead. After, I decided to do something simple, and I decided to build a construction site right next to those 2 houses. The next 2 buildings being built were a store and a metro station. My friend is the one who built the metro station, and I am the one building the store. The metro station is based off the ones in Hong Kong, and the store is loosely based off of one of my videos. I really like how the store turns out, and I think the red color really makes it pop. And I also like how the metro turns out. Now that we're done with the time lapse, let me show you a tour of what we built. I'm really happy with how it all turned out. So yeah, here's a little quick tour. So we have this brick building with, well, not very decorated interior, but I don't want the server to lag too much, so I didn't put too much in it. Each room is pretty much the same. Then we have one of these buildings my friend built. It's meant to be a factory. Right now it's not running because it'll lag the server a bit. But it looks pretty cool when it's running. Then we have these twin houses. I think they match really nicely with the environment I put them in. And they're perfectly mirrored in almost every way. I know in real life there'd probably be different stuff on the inside, but this is Minecraft, so yeah. Then we have the modern building, with each one having a different thing on their balcony, which is nice. And here we have the parking garage. I didn't fill it up with actual cars. Maybe I'll fill it up when I'm not recording. Maybe I'll put cars in. And then this long building is one of my favorite, because all the crafting tables, infinite amount. And I also liked how this store turned out. 7-12, not 7-11. And I also like how the metro turned out. Very colorful. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And don't forget to subscribe so I can keep this series going. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.